Welcome to our in-depth technical analysis of PCSA, traded on the Nasdaq. In this video, we'll break down the recent price movements, key technical indicators, and what they might mean for investors. Over the last 3 months, PCSA has experienced significant volatility, with the current price standing at $6.68 as of December 18, 2025. Let's dive into the numbers and uncover the story behind the charts, starting with a quick overview of the stock's recent journey and why it's catching the attention of traders. PCSA's price action over the last 3 months has been nothing short of dramatic. From lows near $2.74 to highs above $27.50 within the past year, the stock has seen sharp swings. Most recently on December 17, the price closed at $6.68 after a volatile session with a high of $8.88 and a low of $3.28. Such wide intraday ranges highlight the speculative nature of the stock and the heightened interest from both retail and institutional traders. Let's look at how these price swings set the stage for our technical analysis. Short-term moving averages like the 5-day SMA and EMA are often used to gauge immediate momentum. For PCSA, the SMA 5 is at 5.35 and the EMA 5 at 5.46, both below the current price. This suggests a recent upward move, possibly indicating a short-term bullish reversal. However, the gap between these averages and the current price also hints at potential overextension, so traders should watch for possible pullbacks or consolidation in the coming sessions. Looking at the 10 to 30-day moving averages, we see SMA 10 at 6.21 and EMA 10 at 5.87, with longer averages like SMA 30 at 6.85 and EMA 30 at 6.64. These values cluster around the current price, indicating a period of consolidation after recent volatility. The alignment of these averages suggests the market is searching for direction, and the next decisive move could set the tone for the weeks ahead. For a broader perspective, we examine the 50, 100, and 200-day moving averages. The SMA 50 stands at 7.69, while the EMA 200 is much higher at 11.99. This wide spread reflects the sharp price drop from earlier highs. The current price being below these long-term averages signals that PCSA remains in a longer-term downtrend, despite recent short-term rallies. Investors should be cautious and look for confirmation before assuming a sustained reversal. Bollinger Bands provide insight into volatility and potential breakout points. For PCSA, the upper band is at 8.55, the middle at 6.38, and the lower at 4.2. The current price is near the middle band, suggesting a neutral stance. However, the band width of 0.682 and a BB position of 56.98 indicate moderate volatility. Watch for price movement toward the upper or lower bands as a signal for potential breakouts or reversals. MACD is a popular momentum indicator. For PCSA, the MACD value is -0.556 with the signal line at, and a histogram of -0.164. These negative values suggest bearish momentum, but the relatively small histogram hints at a possible shift. If the MACD crosses above the signal line, it could indicate a bullish reversal. For now, caution is warranted as the momentum remains slightly negative. RSI is a key tool for identifying overbought or oversold conditions. PCSA's RSI 14 is at 50.52, with similar values for RSI 21 and RSI 28. This places the stock in a neutral zone, neither overbought nor oversold. Such a reading suggests that the market is balanced, and traders should watch for moves above 70 or below 30 for stronger signals. For now, RSI does not indicate an extreme condition. Stochastic oscillator helps identify momentum shifts. PCSA stock K14 is at 28.61, and stock D14 at 30.97, both below the midpoint of 50. This suggests the stock is closer to being oversold but not at an extreme. If these values dip further, it could signal a buying opportunity, while a move above 80 would indicate overbought conditions. Currently, the oscillator points to mild bearishness. Volume is a crucial indicator of market interest. On December 17, PCSA saw a massive volume spike to nearly 40 million shares, compared to previous days with volumes in the tens of thousands. The volume ratio 20 is at 19.24, and the volume growth rate is an astonishing 1,001.93%. Such surges often precede major price moves as they reflect increased participation and potential accumulation or distribution by large players. VWAP, or volume weighted average price, stands at 14.43, which is significantly higher than the current price. The VWAP of PCT is %, indicating that PCSA is trading well below its average price over the period. This could suggest undervaluation or persistent selling pressure. Traders often use VWAP as a reference for fair value, so a move toward VWAP could signal a reversal or recovery. Volatility remains a defining feature for PCSA. The ATR 14 is at 1.32, and the volatility 30 is 25.22, both indicating significant price swings. True volatility is also high at 19.83. Such elevated volatility can create both opportunities and risks for traders, making risk management essential. Expect continued sharp moves as the stock seeks stability. ADX 14, a measure of trend strength, is at 16.29, which is relatively low and suggests a weak trend. The trend strength score is 3.13, reinforcing the idea that PCSA is not currently in a strong directional move. This aligns with the earlier observation of consolidation and indecision in the market. Traders may want to wait for a clearer trend to emerge before making large commitments. Key support and resistance levels can guide trading decisions. For PCSA, the pivot point is at 6.28, with resistance 1 at 9.28 and support 1 at 3.68. The current price is just above the pivot, suggesting a neutral to slightly bullish stance. A break above resistance could trigger further gains, while a drop below support may lead to renewed selling pressure. PCSA's 52-week high is an impressive $27.50, while the low is $2.74. The current price is much closer to the low, with a 52-week position of 15.92. This positioning suggests that the stock has significant room for recovery if sentiment shifts, but also highlights the risks of catching a falling knife. Historical context is crucial for understanding potential upside and downside. Momentum indicators like ROC 14 at 6.28 and Momentum 10 at 0.005 show only mild positive momentum. The momentum score is negative at -1.68, suggesting that any upward moves are tentative. These mixed signals reinforce the need for caution and confirm that the stock is not in a strong trending phase at the moment. Money Flow Index, MFI 14, is extremely high at 98.36, indicating strong buying pressure or a potential overbought condition. On balance, volume OBV is also elevated at over 95 million, reflecting heavy trading activity. These indicators suggest that while there's significant interest in PCSA, the risk of a reversal increases as buying becomes saturated. Arun indicator shows Arun up at 100 and Arun down at 96, with an Arun OSC 14 of 7.14. This combination suggests recent upward momentum but also signals that the trend may be losing strength. Oscillators like these are useful for spotting early signs of trend reversals, so traders should monitor for any shifts in these readings. Risk-reward ratio for PCSA is 0.558, indicating that the potential reward is slightly more than half the risk. This is a relatively conservative ratio and suggests that traders should be careful with position sizing. High volatility and uncertain trends mean that risk management is more important than ever when trading this stock. PCSA's overall technical score is 49.68, which is close to neutral. This score reflects the mixed signals across various indicators, from moving averages to momentum and volume. The trend quality index is relatively high at 359.39, suggesting that while the trend may not be strong, the quality of the moves is notable. Traders should stay alert for any decisive breakouts or breakdown. Conclusion: PCSA presents a complex technical picture. While short-term indicators hint at possible bullishness, longer-term averages and momentum measures remain cautious. High volatility and volume spikes suggest that big moves are possible, but the direction is still uncertain. As always, traders should combine technical analysis with sound risk management and stay updated as new data emerges. Thanks for joining us for this technical breakdown of PCSA.